Law News Conference.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. As Melissa stated, we don't have many things for you, but we do believe we have some important information to share. And I ask that the media does cover the information that we're providing today. As we talk quite extensively about challenges with violence or challenges amongst our younger demographic, we want to be sure that we're balancing that news with the news of the good things that are happening. And with that, I want to congratulate our JPS scholars, particularly our graduates. 1,147 students graduated from our 7 high schools. 278 of those students were awarded academic endorsements. In order to get an academic endorsement, they had to maintain a 2.5 or higher GPA, successfully complete one AP course, and successfully complete one IB course. 12 seniors scored 30 or higher on the ACT. Once again, 12 seniors out of JPS scored 30 or higher on the ACT. Collectively, the class of 2024 was offered over $43 million in scholarships. Once again, the JPS scholars were offered over $43 million in scholarships. We had an event yesterday, which I will get back to, where we had a press conference announcing buses that the JPS school district received through an EPA grant. And there was some rhetoric that we noticed on social media where people were talking about the funds that were being expended for that and talking about school closures. Well, first, we want to operate in fact. JPS was not choosing to use those funds for buses in lieu of taking care of facilities. That money was provided through a clean air grant by the EPA, and it provided $9.5 million to the Jackson Public School District, one of many school districts across the country that will ultimately receive some level of funding through this grant. And so the Jackson Public School District was, no pun intended, just at the front of the bus in this regard to receive this money early on before other districts make their endeavor to do the same. And when we talk about this, there are also comments that were speaking quite poorly of our district and our graduates. First, I gave you some facts about what their actual performance has been. We know that the Jackson Public School District at one point in time had received several consecutive F grades where it was failing. Well, the district has made huge and significant strides to improve. And our district, at its last opportunity to be graded, was 1 point away from a B. I know that there are many people who are disappointed about the closure of some of our JPS schools, and that's unfortunate. But make sure that you're armed with facts to know why that is. With the creation of charter schools, the natural reaction when you have children that are going to other schools, the creation of charter schools, which might I add, be sure when you send your child to one of those charter schools that they are performing as well as JPS is. That's not to be disparaging to charter schools. That's not to speak ill of any institution which is educating our children. But we want them all to succeed, and we want everybody to be armed with good information. And so one of the natural consequences of opening other schools, which our children are now going to, is that means that the schools that we know and love and revere, some of them are in danger of closing, and that's unfortunate. And prayerfully, we can see a change of the tide where we have more people choosing to go to JPS, and therefore rescuing and saving more of our JPS schools. Outside of that grant, I do want to speak to some other things that are happening within JPS. JPS is offering a breakfast and lunch, I can't talk today. Breakfast and lunch to any child under the age of 18. Breakfast will be served from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Lunch will be served from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And that starts today and runs through July 12th. Once again, it starts today and runs through July 12th. Meals will be served, and to be clear, meals must be eaten on site at these schools. Meals will be served at Bates Elementary School, Blackburn Middle School, Boyd Elementary School, Cardozo Middle School, Clausell Elementary School, Galloway Elementary School, Key Elementary School, Kirksey Middle School, McLeod Elementary School, Provine High School, Span Elementary School, and Wilkins Elementary School. Once again, and we will post those schools on the city's website and on social media platforms. Once again, in order to receive the meals, breakfast, once again, is from 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Lunch is from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And in order to receive those meals at any one of those locations, you actually have to eat the meal per the grant that allows JPS to do this. And this is also funded by a grant. They have to be eaten, those meals have to be eaten at those locations. Cereal for the summer. Children's food giveaway. This event is sponsored by Amazon of Jackson and Voice of Calvary Ministries. This is a drive-through event. It is this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 12 noon. And these meals or this cereal will be provided at 531 West Capitol Street. Once again, 531 West Capitol Street. I also want to announce the City of Jackson's Job Fair, which is this Thursday, June 6th, and it is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it is at the Jackson Medical Mall. Dress to impress. Bring your resumes for on-site interviews and possible on-site hiring. Jobs include emergency vehicle technicians, code enforcement officers, signal technicians, public safety dispatchers, and more. So once again, we talked about this at the last press conference that we had at the 633 building, but we want to remind people that the job fair is this Thursday, June 6th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We also had a wonderful celebration at the close of last week where we renamed Ellis Avenue after our great blues legend, who is a longtime resident of Jackson, Mr. Bobby Rush. We're excited to see this, more excited that we're able to celebrate him at a moment that he's here to witness that. Some people pose questions as to why Ellis Avenue was chosen. That's because Bobby Rush lives off of Ellis Avenue. And so it's an opportunity that every day as he travels to and from his home, he can see that his city loves him. He can see that we're proud of his accomplishments. The multiple Grammy award-winning artist. I spoke at the presentation along with others, and I talked about the great joy I had to go to Los Angeles for a policy conference, and part of that conference was held at the Grammy Museum. And, you know, the artist that they presented to all of the mayors from across the country was none other than our Bobby Rush. And so we are very proud of him and excited that we're able to honor him in this way. Last announcement is please expect a new episode of the Ask Antar segment coming Wednesday. And you can submit questions on our city website as we continue to request that you do. You can either do that on the social media platforms, or you can go on the City of Jackson's website and look under the Ask Antar tab and submit your questions there. With that, that concludes the prepared remarks that I have for you. And I'm ready to take any questions if you have them. Thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. What questions do you have?
I was just curious if there have been any more visits from the FBI to the city hall.
First and foremost, I have never been present, nor do I have personal knowledge of any visits to from the FBI to City Hall. So I'm not aware of any and have no information on it. I thank you for asking that question, because one of when it was last asked to me, the characterization of one of the news agencies is that I was tight-lipped. I guess if I'm tight-lipped about that, I'm also tight-lipped about nuclear secrets. I'm tight-lipped about who killed Jimmy Hoffa, because I have no information on that. So if that's characterized as being tight-lipped, then yes, I am.
Okay.
All right.
Well, some other outlets, there's been reported that Dr. Omari was taken by the FBI. Can you confirm or deny that?
I have no information on that whatsoever. Yes, ma'am.
How does the city mark that
Yeah, the only thing that I have to add on that is certainly very tragic, very, very tragic and unnecessary situation. I don't have any personal knowledge that would be better positioned for the police chief and the police department. I'm certain that he's willing, unless there's some reason that they can't release information at this time, I'm certain that he's more than willing to speak more in depth. But, you know, a society is best judged in how it treats its children and its elderly. And so there are things that we're seeing not only in Jackson, but across this country that used to be, you know, forbidden territory. And so we have to speak out against that, and we have to combat it in every way possible. And anytime that a child is put in danger, I believe that the men and women of JPD will investigate and pursue that to the fullest extent of the law. Yes. The only update I can give you is that very, very, very soon, maybe by the next council meeting, there will be a proposal sent to the council to consider. I've had several meetings. The meetings have not stopped, not only with the Office of Violence Prevention, but also a contingent of the Jackson Police Department that is working on that. Part of that is making sure that we secure for the proper cost the facilities to do this. There was a considerable amount of discussion about making sure that constitutionality was not violated and making certain that as we execute this, that we don't run afoul of the law. And so there was a lot of thought that has been put into this. We're excited to present it, but it won't be presented as of tomorrow at the council meeting. Yes, sir.
Question about why are you going to be at the council meeting and why is it being held at?
Listen, Charlie, I'm just a visitor. I'm an invitee of the council to all council meetings. I don't know. I don't recall the discussion around the choice of that location. I know in the past that there was an effort to move council meetings to various locations across the city. And I think that the consideration around that was giving access to all communities to see council meetings and to come and ask questions. I'm assuming, and this is mere speculation, that it's consistent with that, but I don't know definitively why that location was chosen. All right. Thank y'all very much. We appreciate y'all being here. All right. Bye.